everyone, my name is Tish and welcome to my channel if you are new, and welcome back if you are not. Today we are finally going to be doing the D&D tag. So those of you who do not know, I love myself a good tag, literally a tag of any kind, book tag, makeup tag, movie tag, whatever it is. If you tag me in it, I will do it. Even if you don't, I will still probably do it. Hannah actually tagged me in this a couple months ago, but since I have not been recording, obviously I didn't get to it, but that's what we're doing today. So better late than never. I will leave Hannah's video down below so that you can check out her answers to the tag. And I will also leave all of the questions down there as well, because I am just going to tag everyone. So if you watch this video and you want to do this tag, please feel free to do so, and also tag me in it so that I can see your answers. I will also tag the original creator and her video down as well, so you can check that out too. All right, if you do enjoy this video, be sure to like and subscribe to see more of my face and more of my content. All right, without further ado, first question is, Everyone is Dead, a character with a tragic backstory. I think for me, this is probably gonna have to go to Megumi. If you have not read Jujutsu Kaisen and you do read manga, I would highly recommend it. It will completely destroy your emotions, but it's worth it because the story is so good. But Megumi is a character from Jujutsu Kaisen, and he just... everything about him is so tragic, and he's only like 16, so that makes it even worse because you're like, he hasn't even really lived that long yet, and already he's experienced just about everything you possibly could in a single lifetime. And then as the story progresses, it just gets kind of worse. And I hate to see it because Megumi is my baby, that is my child, and I love him so dearly, and I just need him, want him to be happy. All right, question number 2. Roll persuasion with advantage, an auto by author. For me, this is going to be Karen Slaughter. As someone who does enjoy true crime, and thrillers are probably my favorite genre next to fantasy, that is someone that every time she comes out with a new book, I pick it up. I am trying to get into her older books as well. There is one... she has one called the Will Trent series, and even though it's a series, you can read the books individually because each book kind of goes over a different case, or like something different is happening, and it's really just like the same detective and these things are the same characters. But yeah, really love it. I absolutely love her writing style. I love the intricate details of it all because again, as someone who does think true crime is interesting from just like a study perspective, the way she writes about crime scenes is pretty similar to how they are discussed in things like documentaries and stuff like that, and so I can really appreciate the kind of realness to this fabricated story. And they are definitely not for the weak. They are definitely very, very descriptive and very vivid, and so would say trigger warnings if you plan on checking out any of her books, just for the usual kind of like crime related things, as well as things like assault and you know, battery, things like that. So just knowing that when you go into it. All right, question 3 is Me and the Boys Gonna Mess You Up, an ensemble cast that you love. For me, this again is gonna be Jujutsu Kaisen, but also Blue Lock. Blue Lock is a manga and it's also an anime. JJK is also an anime as well, but Blue Lock is a sports anime, and I absolutely love all of the characters in there. They each have such a specific personality that works well in the dynamic within the story, and they're all so interesting, and there are so many parts where it even gets a little weird. It's a little far out there, but the whole story is just really fun. So if you enjoy sports and you like anime or manga, again, I would recommend that as well. And then with Jujutsu Kaisen, I just really love all of the students and the teachers. I like how their stories are intertwined between when the teachers were teenagers to how they kind of grew up, and the way that they look at the students now versus how they were treated when they were students. And I love all of the characters so much. All right, question number 4 is I rolled a 1, a character that tries their best but keeps failing. We are gonna go again with Jujutsu Kaisen, but this time it's going to be Yuji Itadori. He is the main character, and I want to say it's not that he tries and fails, it's that he tries, and a lot of the times he does succeed, but it is at the expense of someone or something else. So it's like every time he achieves something, something is lost. So it never really feels like a true win. It's like, yeah, we made it through, but again, at what cost? And so I just feel really bad for him because he is also my baby, and I just, again, need him, want him to be happy. Question 5 is Roll to Tame the Floof, a book with dangerous creatures you'd love to have as a pet. For me, this is going to be Game of Thrones, and it would definitely be a tie between a dragon and a dire wolf. I'm leaning definitely more towards dragon because I want to fly, and the amount of power that you could have just by having the dragon is just super cool. So I would say dragon a little bit more than the dire wolf, but I do love wolves. They're like top 3 animals for me, so I would appreciate a dire wolf as well. All right, number 6 is DM Rolls Unexpectedly, a book that surprised you. For me, this is going to be Good Material by Dolly Alderton. I had been seeing her pop up quite a bit on Instagram and on TikTok, and again, I like contemporary and I do like kind of relationship style novels, but they're not my favorite, and so I kind of go into it with very little expectations because, again, it's not 100% my thing. Do enjoy them, and I was pleasantly surprised by this book. I actually started listening to it on audiobook, and I have not finished the last couple of chapters, but I have enjoyed it heavily all the way through. I think it depicts relationships really realistically, down to the breakup and kind of what happens after the breakup and what you're going through, and like what do you do after you spent so much time with a person and things like that. And it's super funny as well, and I just really enjoy being inside of the male character's head, because it's not oftentimes that you get to experience what a breakup is like for them, and so that was interesting to see as well, and I did just really enjoy his point of view. It's very funny. All right, question 7 is I would like to rage a character with anger issues. Recently I would say I have not read a book or a manga where any of the characters in it have any anger issues. I think the closest person I can think of is the character Todo from Jujutsu Kaisen, and it's not that he has anger issues necessarily, it's just really weird things set him off and send him into a fury, and even though I do love his character very much, I always find that so funny. Like, just if y'all's opinions don't align, he will be pissed at you. So I guess you could say he does have mild anger issues. Number 8 is going to be Hip Thrust for Seduction. A spicy book. For me, this is going to be another manga, and this is going to be Therapy Game Restart. I absolutely love this series. They're out till volume 4 right now, and I've read all the way up to volume 3, and I absolutely love these characters so much. It is about a young man who is newly single, and as far as he knows, he is straight, but one night he does hook up with a gay man, and a beautiful relationship ensues. I like that it explores sexuality while at the same time getting the chance to kind of have this really solid relationship where both characters are each going through their own thing, but they are doing it together and they're working on their communication, and it's just really lovely to see. And it's a spicy novel, so the spice is lovely. It's even better because, again, it's between 2 consenting adults and it's not toxic, and it's just very much, I love it. I would highly recommend it. All right, number 9 is How Do You Want to Do This? A book with a satisfying ending. For me, this is going to be Rock, Paper, Scissors by Alice Feeney. I actually really enjoyed that thriller. I gave it 3 stars, which is surprising for like how much I enjoyed it. But there were just like a few nitpicky things for me that kept it from being like a 4-star or even a 5-star. But all the twists and turns in it were lovely, and I did not see most of them coming. But the ending was super satisfying. I always love it when the characters get a good look back, and that definitely happened in that book. And so if you're looking for something fun and spooky to read and eerie to read, because it is one of those eerie thrillers, I would highly recommend that book. That was also in my recommendations video if you haven't watched that yet either. All right, and number 10 is Gather Your Party, and this is so that I can tag people. And like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I tag everyone who watches this if you feel like you would like to do the tag. All right, and that is it for the D&D tag. Thank you, Hannah, for tagging me. Feel free to send any more tags my way. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Be sure to let me know down below if you are joining us for Gothtober. My TBR for the readathon will be coming out next week, and I'm super excited about it, and I really hope that I can stick to it this time, because I just have so many fun books that I have prepared for myself. I've given myself a few options, but I'm gonna be talking mainly about the ones that are really high up on my list. And so yeah, I will catch you all in the next video. Bye.